Sasha just joining us.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today, wherever you're joining us. I'm Arif Gilany. She's Karina Absha. We're here to host this session together. I'm going to share some information with you. There's a chat box on the side of this room. Feel free to tell us where you're coming from, where you're joining from. And at the end of this session, we're going to have a Q&A. You can also post your questions there. Karina will bring them up and I'll answer them to the best of my knowledge. Other than that, let's go into share screen. I want to share with you some incredible information about this opportunity we call the Aurum Foundation. Corina, are you able to see my screen, my friend?
I can see it fine, Arif.
Wonderful. So welcome everyone. Again, I'm Arif Gilany. I'm the author of The Ministry of Miracles. I wrote this book during COVID-19 in the hope that people would still believe in miracles. And guess what? Miracles are happening to us every single day. I teach the art of creative thinking, and I teach people how to be creative in their lives. We in the book talk about balanced circle of purposeful living, 8 areas of life. With living a balanced, purposeful life has to do with emotional intelligence, health and wellness, partnerships, your dream job or vocation, money, personal development, family and social, and spiritual well-being. Again, I was running this course with my students when one of them brought this incredible opportunity called Aurum Neobank Partnership Referral Program to me. And because of my background in financial services, I was able to grasp it right away. And basically, last 4 months has been an incredible journey. I am also the founder of camelcare.ca, health and wellness fashion wear. We're now expanding in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. But today's session is going to be money mostly, which is the bottom of this circle of life, which was flat for most of my students because we all need to make more money. So today is going to be a combination of training and introduction into the company. I want you to think about your life as it says, change your thinking, change your life. Many of us have problems or created problems with our own thinking, and we cannot get out of it as the thinking continues the same way. So I want you to go into 2026. I am doing this for me and my family, and I want you to think about it the same way. Think about your life as having an opportunity with a piece of land that you wanted to build your perfect home. Now, I visited a piece of land in Niagara Falls. It's a beautiful place, and I wanted to build a camel farm there. But first, you have to clean up the land. You have to clean up a lot of debris, maybe cut down the trees that are on the way, or may change the landscape. Or think about your life like a canvas. If you were to paint the perfect picture of your life, what would it be like? And there's a book that I read. It said, what's great about America? It says in the book that America is like Hollywood. You know, when they make a movie, sometimes they put it to the reviews of the critics and they say, oh no, the ending is no good, or the middle is no good. So they make different scenes, different takes, and they edit it until they get a perfect movie. I want you to think about your life as that movie being in production right now. Where you are right now is based on the decisions that you have made. Where I am is also based on the decision that I have made. So I want you to think about your life as a whole picture as we go forward. And you become what you think about most of the times. As I mentioned in the book, The Ministry of Miracles, I always wanted to create miracles, but I had to reverse engineer my life. I had to think about what would I have to accomplish by age of 85. If I sat down like my father who passed away during COVID-19, he was 85, and think about my life, what are the 3 major things that I wanted to accomplish? You know, I want you to write this down. So take a pen and paper. It's time to set some goals. Only 5% of the population of the world sets goals. Those are the 5% that control 85% of the money in the world. It's no coincidence. Success, my friends, leaves clues. But success has 4 requirements. So I want you to think about some things that you want to do in 2026. Maybe a trip to Sweden to meet your family, maybe to take your Canadian children and introduce them to your Swedish family, which I'm planning to do. It's in the books. Or maybe becoming debt free, maybe having some money in your account, maybe eating better foods even. Right now, it's time for you to dream between Christmas and New Year. But I want you to think about these four things. Number one requirement for success is a burning desire. Straight out of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. The Think and Grow Rich explains that a burning desire is the major and the first step into achieving success of any sort. Number two is the willingness to learn. Is a Persian proverb says that zigahvare ta gur danish biju. It means from cradle to the grave, you have to seek knowledge. You have to keep learning. I'm a lifelong learner. I want every one of you to think of yourself as such. Please do take some notes. Don't forget to make some notes out of this presentation. It's going to give you the list of the things you want to do for 2026. Number three, the ability never to quit. Most of the people I introduced this opportunity, including my own cousin who's in England, who's a genius in microchip design, said, "What is this? I don't think this is real. I don't think this is going to happen." And he makes money trading, online or in other crypto or business world. And he's very, very smart. But even smart people cannot get this sometimes. So I want you to think about it like absolutely new opportunities come your way. Take some notes, get your questions answered. You have to do your own research, which I did. Number four requirement for success is a proven success system. Now, all through my life, I've had a burning desire to be somebody. I always was a willing learner. I always wanted to learn. My brother told me a long, long time ago, have a book in your hand, one to read and one to write. And I've written 3 books. And the one that is on the screen previously was the bestseller in England, and it still continues going on. If anybody's coming in late, again, I wanted to welcome you, Karina. Please accommodate. They're welcome in. But the ability never to quit is something that is really important. Developing that ability and having this proven system. So today we're going to talk about the system. The rest of it will teach you. Robert Kiyosaki is one of the authors, my favorite authors of Money, the Cash Flow Quadrant. He wrote that there's 4 ways to make money. 4 legal ways, by the way. There are many illegal ways, but these are the 4 legal ones that we talk about. First is an employee who, trades their time for money. I was an employee with FedEx in 2005. I quit that job to become self-employed, part-time, started financial services with Karina that's in the room, and we built up great teams. It was turning into a business when I left the business because the health challenges of my mother became number one priority for me. She had a heart attack. I had to leave the business, and basically the business collapsed because it required my presence all the time. So it wasn't really a business. It was a self-employed situation. But the ultimate way to make money, my friends, is to become an investor. An investor is someone who uses their money to make money. As of 2026, I'm proud to say that I've been in all 4 quadrants, and right now, this company is giving us opportunity to become an investor, to use money to save time, and like a cash for life. Some of you heard about the lottery. Every single week, $1,000 in your account would accommodate a lot of good things in your life. Why? Because the statistics are not favorable, my friend. These are the financial services statistics. I'm no longer a licensed agent, but I have this information with me. Number one, out of 100 people that reach the age of 65, 1 will be wealthy. We know many of them. We watch them on TV, on social media. We follow them everywhere. 4 will be financially independent. These are business people who have let's say, a business like McDonald's or Tim Hortons that is very common in Canada and US and even now in Saudi. 41 out of 100 people that work the age of 65 will be working. and 54 will be dead broke. This is Canadian statistics, and our premiers and mayors have on the left side, I have the mayors urge Ontario to declare state of emergency. In this cold, imagine there's homeless people right now in Toronto, in shelters, in places like this. And our government, instead of solving the fundamental problems, Doug Ford promises more larger casinos in Niagara Falls, keeping people ignorant about money yet more. But greed has taken over our politics, and I'm here to enlighten you that success is a learnable skill. Why most people don't make more money? They don't know how, they don't have the skills, or they don't have the system. So today I'm going to introduce you to the system. I was introduced to this system by my good friend Hadi Mahochi and his lovely wife, this Dr. Christine, were going to Japan. They bought some of my wonderful healthy socks. And he says, I wanted to open an account for you with Aurum, and I will put your $130 in there, and you just see this for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks and see what happened. Well, I watched it for 4 weeks, my $130, and I started to introduce this to other people, turned into $500, and the story continued from there. My friends, this has changed my life, but I'm not the only one. Even the president of US is in this new way of making money. Let's watch the story of how money is changing in the world right now.
Bitcoin is the US plan to erase its debt. We know that America's national debt is $37 trillion, and it's getting more expensive to maintain, and the dollar is losing value fast. How do you erase that debt? Print more money, you get hyperinflation. Declare default, you destroy trust. But there's another option. Create a new system where old debts don't matter. Look at the timeline. 2008, crisis hits, trust in the dollar drops. 2009, Bitcoin appears, created by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto with perfect English and US-like working hours. 2024, the US suddenly approves Bitcoin ETFs. BlackRock starts buying. 2025, Trump says Bitcoin will be added to the US strategic reserves. The picture becomes clear. An unknown creator, the launch right after the dollar crisis, slow legalization, and finally, government accumulation. The main question is no longer who is Satoshi, but who benefits the most from Bitcoin's rise. The answer seems obvious.
You would probably agree with me, and this is not an accident that 95% of people are broke and only 1% are wealthy, like Donald Trump or our own Doug Ford or people like this. The reason for that is they control the money systems in the world. This is, let me introduce you to the founder of Binance, Mr. CZ, who says that maybe this year will be a super cycle. If you just look at this, and I didn't know anything about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, if you're new to this, you're like me, I had no clue, but I knew about what Albert Einstein said, which said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And I knew about the rule of 72, which says how long it's going to take for your money to double. Divide 72 by the interest rate that you get, and that's going to show you exact number. But let's look at Bitcoin's rise in 2010. Some of you missed it. It was only 0.020 cents, 23 cents. 2011 became $3, 2012. Do you think this is an accident, friends? I don't think so. But let's go to the Binance founder, CZ, who was a collaborator with the CEO of our company, Aurum. And I'm going to introduce to you how you're being manipulated by the banks. These are the 5 major banks in Canada, and I've dealt with every single one of them. You deposit your money into here, and when you want to withdraw it, you have to pay a fee to get your own money out, and you may get a 0.003% of an interest. Allow me to introduce Aurum Neobank. This is an incredible opportunity, and this is a pre-launch marketing offer. Karina's done some incredible work with giving some families the gift of freedom, setting them up so they can have a chance at freedom. This is called a financial freedom account that you can create today and see money coming in tomorrow. As we spoke right now, I just saw $190 into my phone, bing, coming in. Friends, This is a system that you need to take some time to learn it. It's taken me 4 months, but it's given me an incredible opportunity to travel the world, to plan out my year exactly as I wanted to live for the very first time. Now, I've been in many businesses before, but none as easy and as profitable as this. So let's see what's happening in
February
Aurum.
2023. The world was still living by the old financial logic, but we pressed start. We wanted to create an ecosystem that would unite artificial intelligence and finance to make asset management simple, scalable, and secure. That's how Aurum was born. The starting point was EXAI Bot, the first AI-powered trading solution, an algorithm that laid the foundation for an entire era. From that moment, we began expanding at the speed of light. We've built and are implementing a vision that includes trading AI bots, exchanges, neobank, crypto cards, and real-world asset tokenization, official registration in Hong Kong, and the first features in global media. The creation of Aurum Neobank, the launch of Zeus AI bot, and the flash loan license surpassing $1 million in profits. The opening of our headquarters in Dubai, where hundreds of industry leaders gathered. The world started to talk about us. We were featured by Binance, Benzinga, Crypto Reporter, and Blockchain Wire. Forbes called us the new infrastructure of global finance, but this is no time to pause. We're gaining momentum. We launched Aurum Academy, strengthen our team, and appoint Ryan Benson, a professional with 27 years of experience, as our CEO. Global events in Vietnam, Dubai, and Antalya, thousands of cards sold, and the launch of the AI agent ecosystem. Today, we stand on the stage of Token 2049 Singapore, alongside the leaders of Binance, Tether, KuCoin, and Tron. And this moment once again proves Aurum is a global ecosystem of worldwide scale. But the most important part, this is only the beginning. The next decade will be one of expansion. In 2025 to 2026, we bring Aurum Neobank to the mass market. Hundreds of thousands of users, millions of transactions. The launch of Aurum Exchange, which reaches $5 billion in trading volume within its first year. AI bots manage over $100 million in assets. The first 5,000 cash-in and withdrawal terminals appear. Aurum establishes its presence in 10 countries and secures its position in the global market. In 2027 to 2028, we raise the bar. Neobank reaches 2 million users and 1.5 million cards. During this period, Aurum Dex, a next-generation decentralized exchange, launches. Personalized AI-based services emerge. Credit scoring and capital management. The first RWA deals worth $500 million are integrated. The terminal network expands to 20,000 points across 20 countries. By 2029, Neobank evolves into a super app. Flight bookings, taxis, car rentals, food delivery, while transactions exceed $20 billion. Aurum Dex cements its position within the ecosystem with $5 billion in trading volume, becoming a key element of Aurum's DeFi direction. AI agents operate for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and RWA grows to $5 billion. Aurum becomes an ecosystem that accompanies users every day. In 2030 to 2033, we reach global scale. Neobank's user base hits 12 million and over 10 million cards. Inside the super app, 15 to 20 integrated services and partnerships with 500 global brands. Aurum Exchange reaches $90 billion in trading volume and enters the top 10 global crypto exchanges. The terminal network expands to 100,000 plus locations across 50 plus countries. The annual Aurum Global Summit gathers 5,000 leaders. By 2033 to 2035, Aurum Neobank enters the top 5 global neobanks with a valuation of $10 billion plus. Aurum Exchange remains in the top 10, while Aurum Dex surpasses $20 billion in trading volume. AI manages over $5 billion in assets, and RWA exceeds $20 billion. We are present in 75 countries with 1,000 global partners and over 100,000 terminals. The Aurum Global Summit brings together 10,000 industry leaders. Aurum becomes the symbol of a new financial era, a system that made finance accessible to everyone, a story that has already transformed the industry, and a future that already belongs to us.
I guess it's the Bible that says where there's no vision, people perish. I love the vision of this company for the next 10 years. Let me remind everyone that we're not financial advisor. We do not sell anything here. All we do is share our experiences, tell other people how this company is doing, and we refer you to our website. We're not selling any financial products here, but I love the vision of Brian Benson. I've done my own research on Brian, and you feel free to do so. CG, you just saw CZ, is the founder or the president of Binance, and him and Brian Benson were working together for years. They made a unicorn company. That means they had over 1,000 people become millionaires there. And then when his assignment was finished, Brian Benson was recruited, if you will, by Aurum Neobank to run this company. And because the other one, he was the second man, here he's the first man in charge, and he took this mission on. So this is a man you need to really research. He is like the Steve Jobs of money, if you will. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Brian Benson because he's speaking on the stages of the world along with movers and shakers of this world right now. He was just in South America. After that, he was in UK meeting our partners there, our friends, our colleagues. Lately, he was in Abu Dhabi right here in the GCC. And he spoke at Token for 2049. And I heard that Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump, was there as well. The ticket to get into Token 2049 was over $2,000 just to get in. And he is one of the highest sought after speakers. He's been on podcasts, he's doing his job to make sure that people know about this unique opportunity. And if you don't know any of these companies that are on the board with their CEO sitting there, Aurum is the second one in right side with Brian Benson, but you can also go and check out the other companies. And these are all the movers and shakers in the money business. Let's listen to what mission has Brian set for himself.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through a lot, compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. These are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
Did you hear that? The man has done it before with Binance. He made 1,000 people millionaires, and his mission is to build 1,000 millionaires in this company because he is the man in charge. And I recommend all of you go on YouTube, search out Brian Benson with a Y, watch his interviews with YouTubers, with social medias, and where he's being basically interviewed all over the place. But even the Forbes magazine wrote about Aurum Foundation as the new infrastructure for global finance. Now, Forbes does the research. They always talk about the best cars, the best homes, the best countries, top of the best in the world. And they talked about Forbes and Aurum to be as one of the newest and the best financial services infrastructures in the world. Now, I did my own research, my friends. Allow me to introduce our good friend Ahmad Zain. That is me with my Camel Care partners going to meet Ahmad Zain in Dubai. And I asked him a lot of questions. He was gracious enough to give us 5-6 hours of his time. And he told me, let me tell you a secret, my friend. You came all the way from Canada. Let me tell you that my mother is 77 years old. Because I'm an employee, I work directly with the company. I'm unable to do what you do. We cannot invest in the company. But one of my friends opened up an account for my mother, and she has invested $50,000. Why? Because you can use that daily profit, cash for life, always using the profit and leaving your money there. That's an inside joke or tip that Ahmad told me himself. and he explained the reasons why he joined, because of this company in position to changing lives and making thousand millionaires like Brian Benson just explained. What does the company do? It's a robot that does the daily trading. We don't have to be geniuses. We don't have to do anything. This robot right now is trading about 56 million US dollars on daily basis, and it's done incredibly 538% return since its launch, and a 17.74 monthly return for all of its users. But I'm excited about this Freedom Card. I have my card in my hand right here, and soon you'll have a video in Canada, as my partner and wife just arrived in Canada with a card. She's going to go to the bank, put it in there, and withdraw money, so you can see that it works around the world. And it's an incredible opportunity for anyone who travels the world, because it gives you allows you a chance to tap on the subway, use it at restaurants, anywhere. As a matter of fact, I just took out 2 partners for dinner, and I just tapped it on, and we go from there. But here's Hadi Mahochi, who introduced me in Montreal using it on a softer version on the phone.
Merci, Aurum.
Simple as that. Some of you are already using the bank's money, and every time you use it, you probably have to pay it back with interest. Allow me to show you the other side of this, that you never will have a credit card bill in your life ever again. I've put an end to credit card debt, and this is my way of making money. Let's see how it works.
Hard work in Saudi. Let's try it. This is the Aurum visa.
Can you withdraw cash? Let's check it out.
Cash withdrawal. Credit. Let's take out other amount. 100. Yes.
Once you have this card in your hand, my friends, it's game over. This is an incredible opportunity for you to qualify for this even before the year changes, because it's possible right now.
Please remove your cash. You can have one too.
You can have your own card and use your own card, but that's not the only thing. That's 1 or 2 products that I use so far. We use it, the AXI bot, the little bot that goes down the training, the credit card that I have in my hand right now. But there's far more basically products coming up. One of them is this POS, the point of sales terminal that you go use at your grocery store, at the store at the corner. And we're going to introduce these as of 16th of January 2026. It's already ready for launch. And every time somebody taps their card on these machines or buys something, you get micro payments, maybe 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, depend on how much basically they use. And all of this will be handed out to you and I, those of us who decide to promote this company's products and services. They're also ATM machines. This is incredible. Many people have lost money in crypto market. As I didn't know anything, I was lucky enough never get contaminated with the crypto world, so I had no clue what it is. But this machine will accept your crypto and give you cash, or vice versa. You can deposit any money, turn it into crypto. In Toronto, there's many right now Bitcoin machines in different stores. Imagine having those installed anywhere, and every time people use it, you get paid. And all of this is available on Telegram. You can check it out on your phone on daily basis. As I just showed you, I had a ding right near. It says received income $192 just on my own investment. Now, what is our job? The company's job is to find 2,000 customers, 2 million customers by end of 2027. And we have taken the task to get this to North America, to Canada, to America, to make sure that we find customers, first of all, to use this incredible opportunity, but also we find customer gatherers, people who want to use this as a business. Again, the credit card itself could be a separate business. Every entity could be a separate business, but what we are really, we're P2P, people to people business. I found some of my partners here in the room because I thought about them, because I thought about their character. If you're a people person, this is for you. Like Ty, if you're a teacher, this is good for you. How does this work? There's different packages, and I started with $130, so I was at the basic package. I got 10.5%, and every single day you see the profits coming in. Every single person who has opened an account has made money every single day without a loss. Now you can get promoted, or you can put more money. Cesar is here in the room. He's asking me, oh, uncle, can I add more money? Yes, you can add. You can top up. You can become a standard. If you pass $249 in your butt in the exchange, you can get 11.3%. If you become a comfort, that's over $1,000. Some of you can start at $100. Some of you could start at $249. Some of you could start at $1,000. Some could start at $2,500. It depends on your comfort level and how much money would you like to work for you. I am currently at luxury, $25,000 to $49,000 invested in this, but that's giving 17.5% every single month since 2023. Friends, this company has proven itself. It's been years now. It's not a new company. Many people have lost money in the crypto business. I didn't know anything about it, thank God, because I wasn't contaminated. I just started at the basic, and I encourage you all to start at basic and then start adding up more and more money to your butt as you see money coming in, eventually to become an ultimate, and that is a 16.62% of the profits that this robot makes comes to you on monthly basis. Let's look at an example of a $10,000 investment that happened with our mentor and teacher, Hugh Paul. On April 10th of 2025, he had a $10,000 invested, and in exactly 5 weeks, it went to $12,360. Now, if you add this reinvestment button here, once your account is open, it automatically reinvested. So April 10th to June 24, 10 weeks later, it was a 55% return on his account. And that $10,000 went to $15,000 in amount of money that's accumulated. 12 weeks later, April 10th to July 10th, that was 74% return. Not gold, not real estate, not any other business has this type of return. And why? Because it's robots that does this, but it's run by humans. There's top 35 top geniuses in the world are, directing this robot on daily basis of how to do this. In 16 weeks of this year, actually, it's not last yet, it's still 2025, on April 10th to August 10th of 2025, 16 weeks, $10,000 investment turned into $20,392, a profit of 103% return. I was a financial advisor for over 10 years. I never saw any of my clients or any investment make anything any closer even to 3%, let alone 100%, 74%, 55%, and 23%. The world is changing, my friends. You need to take this really, really seriously and do your own research, or I thank Hadi Mahochi every single day, because I didn't know anything about Bitcoin, Dodge, or this and all of these things. But today I have some, because our good friend Alf had some Bitcoin and he brought it over, and every day he's making money. You can park your money, your crypto dollars or your regular dollars here, and you will get a 10 to 16% of return on monthly basis. And it works for you because we have a 24/7 support line on Telegram. All you need to do is really ask them a question, how to do this, how to do that. And I encourage every single one of you to do that. Now, how do you get started and what's the cost? You get a referral link from the person who invited you to this meeting. Very simple system. You add $20 to rent this like a gym membership, like 4 cups of coffee, like 1 McDonald's trip, and that is the rent for this robot that you use through this Aurum ecosystem, if you will. It's a membership that costs you $20 for the whole year, and that's about it, because you're making money. Next year will be totally different. Let's see how you register. Very simple steps on registration.
Today we will show you how to register your account to start investing with Aurum. First of all, input your email address. Secondly, input your phone number. Then, create a password. It should meet the requirements listed below the field. Last but not least, enter your invite code. Press the continue button. You just finished your first step of registration. Now, input your first and last name and choose a username. After that, input your date of birth. Select your country. Be sure to check the terms of use checkbox. Almost there. Press the sign up button. Now, check your inbox. You should get a message from Aurum with the code needed for email verification. Enter the code, press the confirm button, and congratulations. Your account has been successfully created. Thank you for your time.
It is really as simple as that, friends. You get a referral link to go to the link and you register your account. As simple as that. And we have instructions on how to do all the rest for you step by step. But I'm really excited about what's happening with Aurum Foundation in January of 2026. On January 16 to 19, it will be a global launch happening in Dubai, where I am, and I'm excited to be here, because then you get to network with great minds like Brian Benson, like Ahmad Zen, like all of the people from around the world that are in this incredible opportunity. There's over 25,000 people who've joined so far since March, that has become available to the public. Prior to March of 2025, this was only available to millionaires, but because they wanted to go public, they said that you need multiple thousands of users. That's why they opened up the opportunity to people like you and I to be able to put our $100 with the millionaires and get the same returns as they do. This was the end of the presentation, and we are really excited about the real opportunity, which is to become a referral agent with this company. And if you're still with us, I'm going to go through that very shortly, but I'm going to be back in the room. All 16 of you are still here. I'm excited about this. Thank you so much for your time. We're 36 minutes into the presentation, and since you're already here listening, I want to take you to the next step of the process, which is what happens when you share this with your friends and family, which is what I've done. Lots of people, even today from Iran, which is under embargo, have signed up with this because it's very unique.
Hello to this quick little video.
This is a quick video that the first millionaire of the company, Mr. Tom, made, and every single person who has signed up has made money through this. Not one single person, many of them in the room, have lost money, including myself, on daily basis. We're making money, but this is an example how you can use this to create freedom for you and your family, as Tom is doing. Let's look at inside Aurum and what happens if you just put 25,000 like I did, and from there on, what happens to your account.
Hello to this quick little video. I was asked a couple of times to showcase an account and the performance, and I will do so based on our family account for Lucy. This is the dashboard. What the dashboard is telling us, the last 7 days were the profit $922. Right now the balance is $265, which I can take out. And let's dive right into the product itself. So we go to financial proposals, and then to the number one product in the company, the XAI bot, running for more than 4 years and performing simply crazy. What it shows us is where we are in when it comes to the tier level of the product. And you see, this is treated as luxury, which means the moment $25,000 or more are in, you are getting 90% of the daily profit yourself, while the company keeps 10% for them. And the net amount based on these 4 years history is roughly 15.191%. Last month, it even made 17%. So this is an average and it cannot predict the future. And the entire video is no financial advice. It is just showcasing our story, our experience, and you please all do your own due diligence and only use money which you can afford to lose, because everything in life comes with risk. Let's scroll a bit more down and we see the full history. So this account was activated in March 17, $25,000. It's not set to reinvest, so I'm not making use here of the compounding, which I'm going to do in the moment when I have fully recovered this amount back to my wallet. As of now, you can see $14,444 is already earned in profit, which is in almost exactly 3 months. Not that bad. So I would say another month, another 5 weeks, probably 6 weeks, the $25,000 are returned to our wallet. And then I will start to compound. That's our strategy in this particular account. In other accounts, I do compounding from scratch. Okay, let's see the daily earnings going to finance, because the company is really providing all these for your filings for whatever you like to do. And also keep in mind, this is not making use of any affiliates. This is a pure client account, and the company has not even 1/3 of the users also making use of the affiliate program. We have so many institutional investors and big companies and venture capitalists being in. So this is just a pure end user product, which I love too much. And here we see all our booking, transaction, filings, you name it. And let me go to the entire scenario. You have a filter option. What I'm going to do is I go all the way to page number 9, which brings me to the start. And you see again down below, 17th of March, $25,000 I put in. And now you see the daily results, 202 on the first day, 69 only on the second day, 175 on the third day. And then you can see it, 230, 205, and so on. That's $55 because it's real trading. This is how it works. And then you see from time to time the green and the red numbers. Here we are. And this is actually your daily profit will be booked in your trading account within your dashboard. So whenever you are feeling now it's time to take it out or to make use of it for another account or for reinvest, you are simply with one click free of charge and in real time bringing it up to your main balance. This has happened first time March 24th with an amount of 1,167. And right after, you can see it, actually 2 minutes after, I have make a withdrawal of the same amount. This is a red figure, which came then to, in my case, my Tangent wallet where I keep it. Because this is Lucy's account, it's a horse riding, it's a show jumping account, because it's a very expensive hobby. All the horse dads know what I'm talking about. So I actually let Aurum pay for this expensive hobby in order to have her another horse soon. And this you can see now all the way every day. I go back, you can see again, this is a profit 265.
My friends, that's the gist of it. Do you have any expensive hobbies that you like to do? Like Tom, he's buying a horse for his wife with this money that was put in here, and that's how the rich and famous people lifestyle is. But I'm glad to tell you that we are here to help you accomplish every dream by giving you the lever. Archimedes said, give me a lever long enough and to place and a stand to place on, I will move the entire earth. Right now, maybe $1 million, a big amount in your mind, and it might be even a struggle to even comprehend. But with this Aurum system, it's a very easy, and it's a system that is simple. It's not easy, it's simple. Let me correct myself. But there are steps that you can take. Number one is a lucrative compensation that comes with this plan, residual income opportunity that comes with it, a plan of action, highly in demand products and services, as you saw how people are struggling with money, and the fifth component, which is coaching and accountability. I heard this last week, and it's the most profound thing that I've ever heard, that all of us need a mentor. I have had mentors all throughout my life. My father being the first one that passed away in 2020, Two, with COVID-19 ending, and I was looking for someone else or a place else to talk to someone else, and I found this incredible opportunity and the people to talk to all the time. Now, you start out as a Nova, no new person with a startup of a very simple account that you deposit $100. $20 goes to the robot, and that's you become a Nova. Nova means a new star. To get to the next level of compensation with this incredible company, it's becoming a Voyager. Many of you are on the verge of becoming a Voyager. Once you have 7,500 in cumulative team money in one robot working for you and your team, you become a Voyager, and you get 5% on daily profits that the robot makes for you and your team into your account. My positions right now, Vanguard. I just qualified myself for my second promotion as of Christmas of 2025, and I'm looking forward going into 2026, and this is really the beginning of all that things that happen. I received a $500 bonus on Christmas night. I woke up and said, wow, Santa Claus was nice, without me doing absolutely anything, because the robot does all of the adjustment, all of the improvement, and it continues on for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 as you get more customers. But how you're going to make a people 1,000 millionaires is to become a dominion, which I've set my targets on, and every single one of you can do the same to become a dominion. Right now, there's 2 people who become dominions in the company. Instantly, the company pays them $500,000, not at the end of the year, not at the end of the month, not when calculations are done, because calculations are done right here, right away, instantly, and the robot does all of the work and you get paid. That was the end of the presentation for tonight. I'm really excited to introduce our great friend Hugh Paul that has a Zoom call every single day on Sunday. Tomorrow probably will be a training session just like this one, more like setting your goals, clarifying, and making sure that you enter the new year with right mindset and right equipment. But every single day I invite people from Monday to Thursday to go to the Zoom call. He does all the work. When people watch him and when he does the presentation, it's game over, and all I have to do is really help them get set up and start their account. So I invite you all to go every single day to watch these presentations and to become a part of this incredible opportunity. And I will stop our presentation right there. If you get this on email, if somebody sends you this video, please get in touch with the person who invited you or sent you this video, because they can help you get set up and you start 2026 on the right foot. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you.